Okay, so we'll get started here. I'll ask a couple questions, and then after that, if anyone has any questions, just wave at me, and I'll hand you the microphone. From St. Louis, we have head coach Jason Skoch. We have players Nina Vattovaz and Payton Bellano. Coach, if you could just start with an opening statement, please.
Yeah, we're glad to be here. I'm sure everybody's saying that. In terms of just the season, it's the girls will attest to this, and I think every sport at every school, you got that journey, and everyone talks about going to the playoffs at the end and doing something special. But I think it's pretty impressive what we have done this season, not because it's the school's first for volleyball, but when you take into account everything and the journey we've had, it's great. And so I'm just happy for the players because they're getting to they're learning about earned rewards. They've earned it, and we wouldn't have been here if they didn't make some changes, and so they're getting to learn that life lesson. So I'm happy for them.
And then for the players, like Coach said, first trip to the national quarterfinals. What's it mean to you as players, and maybe what kind of impact you feel like you've had on the program and the school?
I mean, I think it's really special. Like, I'm only a sophomore, so it's like only been my second year, so it's really exciting to be here this early. And then obviously Nina's a senior, so like ending her year or ending her career this way is pretty exciting. So.
Yeah, definitely is exciting to be here, and I feel the whole team is here to win. We always talk about, Coach always asks us if we want to have a winning record or a winning season, and I feel this like encapsulate the fact that we really want to have a winning season, and we want to go home with a trophy. That's the goal that we have, the goal that we had all year, and I think being in a conference as tough as ours have taught us that we can lose and bounce back. And it can be for a point, for a set, for a game. Now it's direct elimination, so we need to be more dialed in for this. But I'm sure we're going to do great things.
Jason, when you took the job at St. Leo, did you see this kind of potential for the program, and did you get here ahead of schedule?
Yes and yes. So when the AD contacted me after regionals, he reminded of a conversation we had early in the year, in the sense of there's talent there, like Nina alluded to. The conference is it's just tough where you can really play good and lose. And talking to other coaches, you sort of have to accept that. Like, you could really play great and still lose. And then just it's how much people are going to buy in. So I said this last week is, we didn't get the whole team until August, so the fact of how fast we're growing is what's impressive. Like, well, we had 5 girls. They were with Beach, so we had 5 girls in indoor for the spring, and so it's really what's impressive is the speed of growth, and so that's where it's surprising, not because of them or who they are. It's new coaches, new system, everything in August, and look where we're at in December.
Yeah, and for both the players, just what has that been like with new coaching and just getting to where you are? What has been different this year?
I think last year it was a little everything was a little I don't know how to say it. Just like we didn't know what we were doing a lot, but like this year we like started and everyone was on the same page, and I feel like during the year we all got on the same page even more, and it's really nice to see it on the court. Like during the regional finals, we really said that like everyone was playing for the person right next to them, and it's a great feeling, I have to say. It's amazing to be here. I have goosebumps talking about it. During the final, the regional final, it was like 6-5, and I had an ace, and I was like, I literally have goosebumps right now, and it's a dream coming through. So I think everyone is just so excited to be here, and I think this is like the cherry on the top for this season.
Yeah, I think like throughout our season we've had like a lot of ups and downs, from like winning weekends all the way to like losing 2 games right in a row, and it's been really difficult bouncing back from that. But we knew, our whole team agreed that like coming into this tournament there was no way we were going to lose one game, even like one set. I mean, our regional final was 5 sets, but we were going into that 5th set like there's absolutely no way we were losing this. So.
Another one for both the players. So you guys both played here last year in the Premier. What's it like to come back to Denver and you've got a little bit of familiarity with the surroundings?
I would say it's like a redemption a little bit, because when we came here, we didn't really play our best volleyball, and I think now we're ready for it, and we're ready to really show who we are.
Yeah, I think it's like obviously a totally different aspect. Like it's now this tournament from last tournament. This one's like so official and just very important. And I just feel like last year, I guess like personally, I was just getting into the swing of things. So now it's like a whole different jump, and it's just really exciting.
Jason, I mean, you go to the national championship, but now you're playing Regis 5 miles away. They're probably going to have quite a few fans here. What's that like to kind of go into a semi-hostile environment for the championships?
Yeah, they have a lot of advantages going to them in terms of, they got to be at home for regionals and then, like you said, the Elite Eight or championships. But that's why you have the season. That stuff, honestly, shouldn't affect any team here one bit, and it better not. In the sense of when we played Barry last weekend at Lynn, we had the Lynn crowd on the semifinals, and then Barry was 30 minutes away. But one things that we learned this year was control the controllables, and that shouldn't be, and it won't be an issue regardless of the outcome. But I think it'll make it more fun. I'd rather play in front of a hostile crowd than an empty gym. So you have to look at what kind of athlete you are, but I think that'd make it fun.
Yeah. Same question for the players. What do you think about playing Regis in their hometown?
I think we like to play where there's a big crowd, either if it's for us or for the other team. We worked all year on playing under pressure. We play fifth set every game, every time at practice, and we try to work through the pressure that sometimes gets you, but coach taught us that it's actually what makes you better. It's actually what you have to do to be successful. So I think it's gonna be great.
I actually sometimes think our team likes playing in a more hostile environment, just because we do really like the attention, and we like when the crowd comes at us with disses and everything, because we just get into it and it makes us want to win more to shut them up. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Sorry.
Understood. Does anybody else have any questions? Here.
I'm sure you've looked at Regis a little bit. Can you give us a little preview and what you guys expect to see from them?
Yeah, they're number 8 middle's pretty good, and the right side's good. And I've played Regis quite a few times, and they had Frank and then Joel now, and they're just a strong team in the sense of they're fundamental, and they flow together well. And so what a strength is, and it's tough to stat it, is they're never out of it in the sense of they just keep moving on. And so our team is more expressionate in how we are. They've changed a little bit with Joel, but they're good about playing every point the same. So you just you're never really going to wear them out per se. And so to me, that's their strength that we got to focus on more. The right side's great, and both their middles, and so they do certain things that we've talked about and we're going to talk about in film. But I think the strength that sometimes people don't think about is why Lynn was the 1 seed in our region. They're very similar to Lynn. Lynn's not flashy per se. They just don't get razzled, and they're in every point. And so there's teams that every one of us has played this year where their highs are way better than us or Regis or Lynn or whatnot, but their lows are way lower. And so that's the thing that we have to just talk about tomorrow, is we have to really manage ourselves and manage the game and not think that we're per se pulling away, because their strength is they don't stop. So they have skill, they have athleticism and all that, but it's more of the mindset. But again, that's honestly I think why most teams here at the championships are here, is they have more of that in their DNA, because does it make sense? And so besides Bernardino, who seems to have had a pretty efficient year, but the rest of us have had to go through our bumps.
Sure. Anybody else? Okay, I think we're good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.